Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is the best known and appreciated work of the English children's literature, published for the first time in 1865 and written by an English author called Lewis Carroll. According to tradition, the story was invented during a boat trip with another religious and two children, the Little Sisters. Alice would be the inspiration for the main character of the story. There is a 7-year-old girl in the backyard with her sisters, reading a book without illustration or nursery rhymes. Alice is bored, and so her attention is drawn to a white rabbit, running breathless, muttering to himself. She decides to follow him, and the rabbit leads her through a hole that is the entrance to a fantastic world. Just entered, Alice falls into a deep hole, into the center of the earth. Once landed, followed the rabbit through a tunnel, at whose end is a room full of doors of various sizes, all closed. On the only table in the room is a key, but only open a tiny room, through which the child cannot pass. However, the boy is now also a bottle and attached to it an unmistakable message: "Drink me." Alice drinks it and suddenly becomes tiny. There she discovers that eating or drinking certain things can change its size. Thus, he manages to escape from the house and met a caterpillar smoking at a hookah in the cap of mushroom. It is the hookah smoking caterpillar that argues with Alice for the transformation which a body undergoes, and explains that eating different parts of the fungus can grow or shrink at will. Alice took it towards to the home of the hare, who is intent on taking tea with Mad Hatter. The situation is really crazy, because the clock showed the time so because of the worth of the time against the Hatter. Alice, tired of the antics and riddles, decided to leave the company, and thus arrives at the door. Alice enters, and she is in the first room full of doors, and she is finally able to open the door and pass. From this passage, Alice arrives at the castle of the Queen of Hearts. It was welcomed by a large garden where there are gardeners that, instead of the body, have a spade card and who paint the roses. In fact, in the royal garden, you were planted white roses, while the queen wanted red roses. The soldiers, to escape the beheading, they then pre-paint one by one. Before they finished the job, though, came the queen with his entourage.
Com'è possibile?
Proceed of a standard deck of cards designated her royal court. Discovering the deception, the queen goes on a rampage, and, as it is wont to do for the less trifle that agitate, orders that culprits are beheaded. Thus began, at the behest of Queen, a serial game of croquet, in which the balls are replaced by porcupines, bats are replaced by flamingos, and drawers by playing cards in the wake of the Queen. Together with Griffon, Alice moves away to attend the trial of Knave of Hearts, guilty of having emblazed some pastries. Among the witnesses are called the Mad Hatter and Alice, but in the meantime he is returning to its normal size. When she gets up to testify, she whips the table of the jury. Looking award, she discovers the king, queen, and infantry soldiers have nothing more than ordinary playing cards. Alice wakes up well in the garden, next to her sister, which tells the adventures in the dream. Once again, the dream is escape route that allows you to make a space of creativity and needs of freedom of unconscious. In reality, a dream lasts a few seconds, but when you wake up, it always seems that lasted several hours. Over the years, Alice in Adventures in Wonderland has inspired many films, and first one was realized in Britain in 1903. We cannot make a true comparison between Carol's book and the adaptation that I have chosen to analyze which is the film Alice in Wonderland directed by Tim Burton, because it is a kind of sequel, but we can study its salient features. Each character represents in Carol's book a real person, a social book on transposition of 19th century nursery rhyme. If we define the book as a journey of child relation, the Burton film is a journey that we must necessarily expect growth to deal with. Alice, in fact, in the film, we find 19-year-old, but still with the spirit of curious little girl, ready to follow the White Rabbit. In her journey, he is not only strange characters with whom to talk, but real dangers to be faced. In fact, she has a mission to save Wonderland. Alice will agree to do it, but he also provides a journey through herself, addressing the pain, discovering the meaning of love, and accepting her duties and responsibilities, all narrated by Burton in his Gothic style, with a wistful look toward a world free of worries such as childhood, but with the new message that growing up basically represents the positive aspects.